computer. All righty. Make sure everyone is in the room. Yes, they are. Those of you who are co-hosts, please help me out with the waiting room. Now, let's get started. I tell you, we've been in POTS for about 66 days, just a tad over 2 months. And it's just been a whirlwind. Many of you know that I get excited about decentralized finance. I mean, real DeFi, not the marketing blurb, not a centralized system claiming they're decentralized because they have a smart contract. Many of you know that I'm a techie nerd, software engineering degree, master's of science from University of Southern California. So I am now a blockchain expert. I do read code. We have in POTS, we have I've seen about 15, I believe, about 15 contracts. I've read most of them thus far, tracking it, looking for backdoors, looking for where the money flow is, what the process flow is. And it is based on the decentralized protocol called Olympus DAO. Okay? Olympus DAO is battle tested. It's been around for about 5 years. Okay, it's gone through many versions, a lot of deficiencies in version 1. And then they saw how they can improve it in version 2. And then they saw how to improve it in version 3, but it still had some deficiencies. And so there's a Olympic dial project called ARC. And I got into that back in August. And what they did, they improved upon the implementation of the Olympus DAO project. Okay. And one of the things I like is that POTS actually took the model from ARC. That is the latest and the greatest implementation of the Olympus DAO protocol. And every project, every single project that utilize the Olympus DAO protocol technology, they're still here today. And many people look at the price of tokens, and that's what they use to determine whether it failed or not. But this is where I say a lot of people are missing the big picture. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Okay. In June, I got into Akash Dial. Akash Dial has some centralization in there. They're still here, but my opinion of them now isn't that great. You had LGNS Origin, right? Been around for almost 3 years. Still here. A colleague of mine is making $50,000 a day. He's got about $600,000 in stakes because he knows that the goal in a DeFi staking or bonding project is not the US dollar amount. The goal is to accumulate over time as many tokens as you can. And a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their heads around that. Every day they look at the price. And oh my God, the price is falling. Not realizing that if they learn about money and how money works and how people become wealthy, it's the eighth wonder of the world. And we call that compounding. So our goal is to compound and compound and compound. Why? Why? Because it's an accumulation of a digital asset. It's an accumulation of an asset. And regardless of the price, if you accumulate it, for example, for 1 year, and it's compounding, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever floats your boat, you're going to come out a winner every time. And it may seem like kind of like some type of dichotomy of sorts, right? How will the price go down and we continue to earn and continue to earn? It's because of compounding. And I'm going to show you that on a spreadsheet after I complete this presentation. So here with POTS, it is an intelligent financial ecosystem, again, based on the Olympus DAO protocol. Battle tested, proven, right? Never scammed out, never rug pull, which is why I am in love with POTS, because it has an extra oomph I'm going to talk about. See, many people continue to put into my inbox, all kinds of crazy centralized stuff. And here's how it goes. It went today. Someone did it to me again and again and again. What do you think about this, Queen? They don't tell me about the underlying technology. They don't tell me about the sustainability. They don't tell me about the potential for longevity. They give me the comp plan. And we all know a comp plan is a dime a dozen. I can create that with my eyes closed. That's nothing to analyze. And I think they were making between 1 and up to 5% or even 3.5% a day. I rolled my eyes. I said, girl, you need to stop. You need to stop. Because all of us have been in some crazy deals that are centralized where we wake up the next day and what happens? The rug is pulled from underneath us. Withdrawals do not work. Complaints and excuses about maintenance and upgrades and all of that. And so I'm telling you, it's kind of like enough is enough. We are looking for something that's going to be around for a while. When we're talking about a while, I don't mean 6 months. I don't mean a year. I mean 2 years, 3 years, and further into the future, based on historical data. And that's what we have here at POTS. So POTS is one ecosystem with two engines. All of the other Olympus DAO type projects is one ecosystem with one engine. And that one engine is the decentralized finance part where we're going to be earning passive income, right? Where we're going to be building our community, building that DIO, that decentralized autonomous organization, which simply means community, right? So we're going to be bringing people in, everybody, yes, this is wonderful. That is engine number one. That's the treasury engine. And I'm not going to get too technical or talk about economics tonight. But it's built for stability, it's proven to work, and it's designed for growth. But you know, one of the deficiencies, and I hang out with the nerds and we talk about technology and economics and what are some of the deficiencies? What can we fix in Olympus DAO protocol software? Well, we need an external revenue source. Because if we're able to get an external revenue source that actually takes some of that revenue and put it over into engine number one, then what do we have? Right? It's going to load up our treasury. It's going to give us more stability on the Olympus DAO side. And this is exactly what we have in POTS. So engine number two is POTSMARKET. Okay? And I'm going to talk a lot about POTSMARKET. We were just talking about it before many of you came onto the call about the World Cup, right? A prediction marketplace where I can bet. And I know right now it's a game going on, I was told, England and the Congo, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of people must be watching that right now. I like to bet on the underdogs. So I predicted that all the underdogs will win. I lost almost all of it. Because only two underdogs have won thus far. It's okay. I'm only putting $1 or $2 in. It's just a lot of fun. You can also, on a prediction marketplace called POTSMARKET, you can bet on what will Bitcoin be, you know, $60,000 by the end of June. Would it be 57,500? Would it be 40,000? I said it would be 57,500. Last night, I am not kidding. It was going up. It was 60 something, 60 something. I said, it's coming down. Right? And I said, it's going to come down today. It's going to come down because that was the last day of the month. And what happened was it got down to about 59. I said, yes, it's going to go to 57.5. I believe it hit 58. It did not hit 57,500. I lost that too. I can do more long-term Bitcoin and cryptocurrency predictions than I can do the short term. But it was a lot of fun. I think I put $5 on that one. So that is the prediction marketplace: politics, sports, cryptocurrency, the war, Iran, all kinds of things that you can actually predict on. And it can get a little fun. I'm not a gambler. And so I know I won't get any gambling bugs, but it's basically monetizing our opinions because we all have opinions about what's going to happen in the game. Why not monetize it? And this is what we're doing right here with POTSMARKET. But there's a second piece to the POTSMARKET engine. And I'm going to talk a bit about that. So this is the model, and no one is doing it like this. Okay. So first of all, how do you get started? Okay, before I talk about how you get started, I'm actually going to skip this page because it may be a little too complex. How do you get started? We are on the Binance Smart Chain. You're going to get your Token Pocket wallet or your MetaMask or your Trust wallet or whatever you use, or Rabby wallet. Okay, you're going to make sure you have some BNB in there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get back to the person who invited you on this call. It's really like a 4 or 5 minute process. Get some BNB for gas. It's like a toll fee on the blockchain. $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever. Keep it there, right? And then you're also going to get USDT. That's a stable coin. And I know that many of the exchanges in Europe, right, they are not able to have USDT on their exchange. It's all a game. Don't worry about it. They will. It'll come back. And I'm not going to get in that conversation. And you can just buy USDC or any stable coin. Go back to the person who invited you on the call and get you hooked up. It's not that complex. And then in your wallet, you can swap it for USDT. Plain and simple. No loss. Okay? So we have both bonds and we have stakes. Okay? The bonds are closed for now. Okay, so the bonds typically are open when the ecosystem and all the underlying code and the economics determine that they can handle the debt that a bond will create. You know, we got treasury bonds in the United States, correct? And everybody and their mama, every country and their mama holds some treasury bonds. Every company holds treasury bonds. But you get a little discount when you buy these treasury bonds, right? Which means that you are actually injecting debt into the system, which is probably why not probably, one of the major reasons why the United States has a $40 trillion debt, and China holds a lot of that, but they're not just going to dump it on the United States if they get mad, because it'll have a negative impact on their economy as well. But Japan and China have been slowly over the past years dumping their U.S. bonds, treasury bonds. So that is what this is. It works in the same manner. So it is closed for now, so I'm not going to talk much about it, but it works just like the stakes. I'm going to talk about it, except for the bond. You get a little extra something, like 2% extra tokens. And you need USDT to buy a bond. Let's talk about the staking that's available and open right now. Okay, you come on board, you've got your USDT, but in order to stake, you got to stake IBS tokens. So you have that USDT in your wallet. You connect your wallet, right, to defi.pots.money. Not POT, not POT. That's a scam site. Be careful. POTS as in Sam, plural. defi.pots.money, right? You connect your wallet. You click on finance, you click on swap. You swap your USDT for IBS tokens, plain and simple. Now you're ready to rock and roll. Now you're ready to stake. Okay? And in order to become active in the POTS money, that's the DeFi side, and the POTS money side, you must have a total personal holdings of $100 or more. Okay? And remember, we are not staking USDT. You are staking ISBS, right? Tokens. And so once you have swapped your USDT for IBS, you need to forget about the value in US dollars. Okay? So let's say if the price of IBS is $25 and you do a swap, then you'll get 4 IBS tokens for $100, right? So that is your principal. Your principal is 4 IBS tokens. Okay. What if the price goes from $25 to $24.99 in a minute or in 5 minutes or tomorrow or what have you? You no longer will have a value of $100 in your 4 tokens. It'll be like, I don't know, $99.99. So you're no longer considered active. So I'm not your financial advisor, but this is what I tell people who always ask me, what's the minimum? And I make a joke all the time, say you're looking for a minimum lifestyle, but different strokes for different folks. That was just a joke. I say, but what you want to do, if you want to come in at the bare minimum, you want to come in at maybe 120, 130, 150, because you want to give yourself room for fluctuation of the price of the token. You follow me on that? Because all of the folks are coming in with 100, and believe it or not, on Team Queen Wiki, I'm not sure we have anyone who came in with 100. I think I saw 2 people who came in with 100. But I know there are some teams that are doing very, very well in many other countries where people are coming in with 100, even though I told them not to come in with 100. Come in, give yourself a buffer, 110, 120, 130. You follow me on that? Because we're going to get price fluctuation. We're in the crypto space. It ain't going to be the same price every day, every minute, every hour. Okay? So, yeah. So with that said, yes, good morning, Toto. Good evening here. It's late here. And so, yes. Now, once you decided upon how much you want to spend, how much IBS tokens you want to buy, I believe it's gotten up to $28 yesterday. And I think we're now at 27.60 something or something like that. So we've been doing pretty darn well lately in the last month. And now we launched on April 25th. That's when we launched on April 25th. They had a no sale, but on April 25th we launched. So we've only been here for 66 days. And guess how many wallet holders we have today? I've never seen anything like it in 2 months. We have about 105, 106,000 wallet holders. Yes, 106,000 wallet holders in just 60 days, 66 days. It's just crazy. You don't hear a lot of hoopla about us. There's not a lot of hype. We do a lot of teaching about what this system about. Why do we have longevity and sustainability built in? What differentiates it from the other Olympus DAO projects? Those are the things that are driving people into POTS via POTSMONEY as an entry door. So you buy your single token staking, and what happens is right now, there's no 540 days or 720 days. They will come later. We have flexible term, 90 days locked in, 180 days, your principal in tokens locked in, 360 days. So in flexible, you're going to make the least amount of daily yield. Why? Because you're not committed. There's no duration. There's no locked in for your IBS token, your principal, right? You can come in today, start earning, and come back, let's say 3 days later, and says, I like my tokens back, and I also like what I earn in yield over the past 3 days, and you can say goodbye. Because there's no lock-in period, which is why you will get 0.2% to 0.6%. I want you guys to hear what I just said, because what happens many times is after I get through with my presentation, someone inevitably asks me, what would I be earning on a daily basis? Pay attention right now. It is a range. And if someone tells you to get into a deal where you're going to get 1% a day, or you're going to get, 0.8% a day, period, regardless of the circumstances, that is suspect from day one. Because no investment instrument can predict what's going to happen tomorrow. Kind of like we couldn't predict the price of gold or silver. We couldn't predict the stock market, even though I know who's manipulating it. Friday, Monday. But we really can't predict it. So we have a range. So flexible term is 0.2% to 0.6% at the high end, okay? Which is not shoddy on a daily basis. But if you choose a 90-day term or duration, then your IBS tokens that you are staking gets locked for 90 days, okay? Your principal. But you can earn 0.23% to 0.8% on a daily basis. And you're actually earning every 8 hours, 3 times a day, okay? So you're going to get about, let's say at the top of the mark, 0.8% a day. But every 8 hours, a little bit come in, a little bit come in. And you're also compounding every 8 hours, which is wonderful. 180 days, okay? We're talking about up to 0.9, 360 days, up to 1%. Okay? That is what we're going to be earning every day. Right now, today, we're earning about 0.7, I believe, 0.7% for the 360 days. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay? Now, that's it in a nutshell. For those of you who are interested in just being passive, that's it. There's nothing more I can say. And you can indeed come in every day or every 2 days or every 4 days or whenever, and you can take your yield out and withdraw it. Take your yield out and withdraw it. Swap that IBS for USDT and be on your merry way. Continue staking, compounding every day. But I want to be crystal clear. I talked about the eighth wonder of the world, which is compounding. So if you're taking out you're claiming all of your yield every day, you're nullifying 100% of the art of compounding. I will show you that. So that's it in a nutshell. But see, there are those of us who are gung-ho about POTS. But there are others who are like, well, I'm not really gung-ho about POTS, but I like the art of compounding. So I'm just going to throw some money in and I'm just going to, walk away. But I like it. So I'm going to build a community. We call that the dial, the decentralized autonomous organization. All it means is the community, you and I. And so we're driving people in. We're building teams all over the world globally. Again, 106,000 wallet holders are in right now today in just 66 days, a little over 2 months. So we're doing pretty darn well there. People ranking all over the place. We got many people on Team Queen Wiki who've already ranked and ranked and ranked. And congratulations to, is she here, Winsome? Just ranked VIP 4 yesterday. Congratulations, girlfriend. Job well
Yes,
done.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to shout out to my team for all their support. But above all, I want to shout out to my mentor, Queen Wiki, who taught me. Girl, you should be proud of me. You should go buy me a jet plane. You
Get off the
taught me
call.
good. Thank
Get
you.
off the call.
Thank
No.
you, Queen. Thank you, Mama. Thank
You're so
you.
welcome.
You
You're
be
doing a
good.
wonderful job, and I do
Yeah.
appreciate you. And there's
Thank
others
you.
on our team as well. I
Yeah.
appreciate everyone on our team because they are working hard for the most part. Okay. And I tell you, when you work, you're going to get rewarded. And that's the second part of this plan I'm getting ready to tell you about. Of course, it's not mandatory. But I tell you, when I go to a dinner and I see some salad, I see some steaks, not steaks, but beef steaks. I see steaks, I see bread, I see some desserts, tiramisu, all of that, baklava. I love to eat baklava, all of that. I'm going to get a piece of everything there. And this is how I feel with about pops. So let's continue on. Now, it's a unit level compensation plan for those of you who know nothing about network marketing. Don't run away from that word. I'm going to show you how it works. So this is you at the top. You're just, skirting along. You got your money staking and earning for you. You're like, I want to get some more bread. There's some more bread on this table. And I want to share this with other people because I think this thing is cool and I'm going to be able to help a lot of people. So you come in, you're going to bring in George. And they call that leg A. Some people call it leg one or team A or team one. Basically, everyone you personally bring in is considered a separate team. Everyone you personally bring in is a separate team. That's it. Nothing complex. So you brought in George. He's your first team. You brought in Susan. She likes it. She's your second team. You brought in Mark. He's your third team. And you brought in Linda. That's your fourth team. You can bring in Bob. That'll be your fifth team. You can bring in LaShawn. That'll be your seventh team. You can bring in as many people as you like. Okay? And we know that I don't care if they're leaders or networkers, what have you. Now, if you think that you're going to do very, very well just by bringing in two people, you are mistaken. Why? One of them ain't going to work, and maybe both of them won't work. We already know this if you're in network marketing. If you're in anything, you'll know that you want to maximize your compensation. How? By bringing in as many people as you can in your time. Not in my time, not in no one else's time. Don't compare yourself. It could be one a month. Could be one a week. It could be 10 a day. Whatever you're able to do and to get out of your comfort zone. Okay. But this is where the money is. Now, how do you earn and what do you earn? So all of these folks that you've brought in personally, they're going to be bringing in folks personally as well, right? That'll be part of George. When he brings in a bunch of folks, it's still your team one. Susan brings in a bunch of folks. It's still all under your team too. All the way over to Linda, who bring in a bunch of folks, or two people, or three, or what have you. All of them are your team four. How are you going to earn? Now, George, you got to rank in order to be able to earn. So let me talk about the ranks first. How do you rank as a VIP one? You've got to have $1,000 worth of sales. That's it. In your weakest leg. I'll talk about that. Okay. Then when you do that, you're going to be a VIP one. Congratulations. And then you're going to be able to earn 5% on everyone on your whole team on what they are earning passively every day. Every day they're earning passively. Ching, 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 ching. You're going to get 5% of that ching, 5% of the ching, 5% of the ching every single day. Okay? As long as they are still active. Now, how do you become a VIP too? $10,000 in sales. Then you're going to be earning 10%. And not just people on your first level or your second level, your whole team, all the way down, guys. You're going to be earning 10% on what they are earning in passive rewards every day. VIP 4, $100,000 in sales. You're going to then be earning 25%, all the way down to a VIP 9 when you have $50 million in sales, which is my goal. I am more than halfway there. But I believe in one day at a time, right? V1, VIP1, go 2, go 3, go 4, go 5. Don't look too far out in the future because you'll definitely get overwhelmed because that 50 million looks huge. And so we say, get 1,000, get 10,000, get 50,000. And it's not just you bringing in that amount, it's your team bringing in that amount. Okay. So don't go crazy and say, oh my God, oh my God. But that'll be 90%. Okay. You get 90% on every one of your VIP 9 and the team. And I know the question in the back of your mind, some of you smart people who are here, dang, that's a lot of tokens they're giving out. This thing's sustainable. I'll tell you. So now, George over here, you brought in first. He's been working his booty off. He likes it here. So he's got $100,000 in sales in his team on his weakest leg alone. That makes him a what? VIP 4. Okay. Now, Susan, same thing. She's a VIP 4 because she's got $100,000 on her weakest legs in her team. We've got Mark. He's got $500,000. He's got $500,000. He's a VIP 5. And then you've got Linda. She just came in. She said, I love this thing. So she started telling her friends about it, her business partners, right? And she said, her family, she said, you guys, let's make some bread here. And I don't care if the people you bring in are passive or they're active. It doesn't matter. That's going to be considered part of your volume. So she's got 50,000. So she's a VIP 3. Now, what is your volume? If George has 100,000, Susan has 100,000, Mark has 500,000, and Linda has 50,000. You may think it's going to be 100 plus 100 plus 500 plus 50 would be 750,000. No. Mark is that guy who, you always get that guy or gal who comes in and run ahead of everybody. Boom, 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 boom. They're running, they're working, right? He is your largest leg. So, and you're going to earn on him. But for the sake of determining your rank only, just for the sake of determining your rank, he's going to be excluded. Why? He is your largest and strongest legs. The volume requirement for ranking is dependent upon your combined weakest legs, your smallest legs, right? 100,000 plus 100,000, skip Mark the power maker, and 50,000. So that's 250,000 is your volume. So you are a rank 4 because all you need is 100,000 to be a rank 4. To be a rank 5, you need 500,000. So you are halfway to a rank 5 and you are a rank 4, which means you're going to be earning 25% on all of the passive income from your team and their people and their people and their people, etc., on their passive rewards. Now, why do they do this and say we're going to eliminate the strongest leg? I'm going to tell you, I've been in network marketing 40 years. 40, yes. And I'm going to tell you why they do it. You get Bob, the networker, he'll come in and he'll bring in 3 of his leaders. I'm not lying, it happens all the time. 3 of the leaders. They're jamming. He's ranking. He ain't doing nothing. They're jamming. He's ranking. They're jamming. He's ranking. He's on the beach in Tahiti with a Mai Tai, getting a suntan, and scrolling through his phone. Not contributing anything to the community, but he's just racking up and making a whole lot of money. That is not sustainable. The whole point is, boy, get back on that plane, get your butt back home, or you could work on the beach if you want, but get back to work. Get back to work, because not only that, your team can also surpass you. And you don't want your team to surpass you. If they do, congratulate them. but you still got to work on you. So this give us rewards balance. It actually encourages duplication. Get to work, do something. It's fair. It's motivating. Yeah, it's very motivating, and it's there for long-term growth. It's not a get-rich-quick thing where you think you're going to sit on your butt and not do absolutely anything. And it has more earning potential. So let me show you how that works. So the UNILEVEL plan is actually what we call a differential UNILEVEL plan. Hold on, don't get confused by the word differential. I'm going to give you 3 examples, 3 scenarios. If indeed you are VIP 5, and as you can see down here at the bottom, all VIP 5s would get 35% on all of the folks in their whole team all the way down, right? On what they are earning in passive rewards. So you're earning that great 35%. Yay. All of a sudden, one of your guys and one of your legs, one of your teams, he's a VIP 5. Okay? And this is where I was telling you, it looks like everybody who's a VIP 5 is going to get 35%, 35%. Man, that would crash and burn any system. So what happens is you no longer get the 35%. Your guy or gal, your leader is going to get that 35%, but you're going to get 1%. And this is what I tell people. What you want to do, you want to call her up. Congratulations on being the VIP 5. We're the same rank, but I'm getting ready to kick your butt. But thanks for the 1%. Congratulations. I'll talk to you later. All fun and games. Nice little competition going on there. But you have to understand, if she wasn't working, she wouldn't be a VIP 5. So she's working, she's giving you more volume. And so at times, that 35% that you were getting could be less than the 1% you're getting now, because your volume is increasing because you're beautiful, wonderful, hardworking VIP 5. So that's okay. And also it gives you an incentive to become a VIP 6. Get to work, chop, chop. Now, what if you have someone in your team. Now, again, this 1% is only on that one team where that VIP 5 exists. All of your other teams that you've got, all of the personals you brought in and everybody they brought in, you'll continue to get your 35%. Okay? But this is just for that runaway guy or gal who's matching you, right? And just love the work because they see the value and they see the funds, they see the money. Now, what if you are a VIP 5? You were getting 35%. You're like, hey, right? Then one of your folks decided that they're going to work harder than you. And it happens. So they are a VIP 6. You're a VIP 5. So VIP 6s get 45%. Okay? Right? Now, that 45% is going to go to your buddy, your team member, your leader, who's jamming and bringing in all of the volume. And because they outrank you, you get nothing, 0% on that particular leg. But you're still going to call them up and you're going to make a banner for them and you're going to congratulate them. You're going to say, Judy, congratulations for being a VIP 6 girl. You're crushing it. You just surpassed me, but don't worry. Next week, I'm going to be a VIP 6 and then I'm going to kick your butt and become a VIP 7. So it's good, healthy competition. And these are your team members. So they're bringing in massive amounts of volume. And once you catch up with them, it's going to start flowing to you, man. I tell you, it'll start flowing to you. They'll still be making their 45%. You'll be making now, let's say, for example, you're at 35%. If you become a VIP 6, it'll be 45%. You get 1%. You become a VIP 7, right? And then, where is it? VIP 6, this is wrong. VIP 7 is that 60%? I think it is. VIP 7 is 60%. Okay, so how does that work? What if you've got someone on your team, you are a VIP 5. VIP 5 get 35% on their whole team. But you've got one of your teams, right? And she became a VIP 3. She's working, right? But VIP 3s get 15%. She's going to be rewarded for ranking up. So she gets the 15%. You were getting 35%, but now you're getting 20%. Why? It's a differential UNILEVEL plan. They take the difference 35%, what you would normally get, minus her 15% equals 20%. But again, I'd rather have 20% of all that volume she's creating than 35% of folks, not really working. Right? And so this is wonderful as well. So these are the three scenarios, and it works wonderfully. It works wonderfully. So you are going to always earn based on your rank position. And remember, VIP1 rank is $1,000 on your smallest legs combined. Some people can do that in 2 seconds. Others can do that in 2 days. Okay, so get in where you fit in. Now, once you get 1,000, now you're in the money. Now you're VIP1. Now your gold is VIP2. Then your gold is VIP3, right? VIP1, $1,000. VIP2, 10,000. VIP3, 50,000. On and on your weakest legs combined. That is it in a nutshell. That is the compensation plan. Okay. Okay, and those of you who are confused about it, feel free to put some questions in the chat. And after I get through with this, I'll take your questions. And also, we have groups. So you can come into the groups, ask your questions if you're confused. This is going to be recorded. You can always rewind. Okay, now, so on average, if you are a VIP1, so here I'm assuming everybody is getting 1% a day. So I'm assuming you're 360 days, right? Yes. Make sure my room is cleaned up. Yes. So if you're a VIP1, and that means you have $1,000 in sales on your weakest legs combined. Okay? You're going to earn 5% on the daily rewards, passive daily rewards of your team. And what you can earn maximum is 0.5%, 50 cents a day. Okay? 50 cents a day extra in addition to your passive rewards. But if you're enterprising enough to say, hey, I don't like 50 cents a day, because that's only $15 a month. So you're going to say, I want to be a VIP too. So you're going to get to work and you're going to bring in over $10,000 in sales on your weakest legs combined. And check this out. If you don't want to work and you say, I don't have time, if you don't have a network, but you've got money, well, you can put $10,000 underneath you. Open up another wallet, another 2 wallets, right? You want to open up another 2 wallets. And what you want to do is, because remember, it's the weakest legs combined. So you may want to put, let's say, 5,000 in one wallet, open up another wallet, put 5,000 in that wallet, and then open up another wallet, put 5,000 in that wallet. They will throw out the highest leg. They're all equal, but they'll throw out the highest leg to determine your rank. Now you're VIP2, just with $16,000. Okay? Now, you're going to then be making 10% on yourself. You, and you, right? And your whole team, right? And then I'm going to ignore this column because it's misleading. I'll get to that later. Now you're making between $5 and $10 every single day. Okay, so $10 a day, right? That's $300 extra a month. Let's go down to VIP4, since many of you are VIP4s on the team. We were talking about $100,000 in sales on your weakest legs only, right? Then you're going to be earning 25% on all of the daily passive rewards from your team, everybody in your team. Hallelujah. That equates between $100 and $250 a day. So imagine making $250 a day, 250 times 10 is 2,500. That's $7,500 a month extra. 7,000 up to $7,500 extra, even if it's the low end $100, right? 30 days and $100 a day, $100 a day, 10 days, $1,000, 30 days at $3,000. So anywhere between $3,000 and $7,500 a month, just because you and your team produce $100,000 on your weakest legs combined, not just you. All the way down, same. Hey, when you get to VIP5, you have $500,000 in sales on your weakest legs. You're getting 35% on your team, right? And you're going to get anywhere between $500 and $1,750 a day. $500 a day times 10, 510, 5,000 times 3. That's $15,000 a month. It is crazy. 15,000 to 17,500 a month. for having a 500,000. We can go on and on and on. It gets really, really crazy when you get to VIP 6 and VIP 7. Now, VIP 6, you need $1 million in sales. This is what I'm pushing for. You need $1 million in sales on your weakest legs only. Look at that percentage that you're earning on your team increases, right? And you're going to be able to get between $1,000 and $4,500 a day. That's $30,000, right? 1,000 times 30 days. That's $30,000 at the low end you'll be making every month. Cray, just for having $1 million in sales. Whenever you get there, okay? But you can also get up to $4,500 a day. That's crazy money, guys. Crazy, right? What is that about? What did I say that was? 30,000. So that's going to be about $120,000 or something like that. Yeah, insane, a month. Okay. Now, understand this. Pay attention. Your maximum daily income is 10% of your total IBS balance that you are staking or bonding. Let's say you come in with $500. And let's say your team jamming. They're jamming. You better wake up, because the maximum you can earn a day is the $500 times 10% is $50 a day. Now, if you're here, let's say you're VIP 3, and you can earn between $25 and $75, that's like a wake-up call. You better up that 500, maybe put another 500 in your account and stake it, because you don't want to leave any money on the table. Again, the maximum daily income you can earn is 10% of your total IBS that are staking and or bonding. Okay? So you always watch that. As a matter of fact, in the back office, they'll tell you, this is your maximum you can make a day, and this is what you're making per day. I watch that all of the time. Okay? Because I tell you, I'm not leaving any money on the table, man. I'm not. And you shouldn't either. So that's really, really exciting. Okay. Now there's something else that we've got here that's special and it's free. Remember I talked about POTS as an ecosystem and how POTS has two engines. And I talked about the Olympus DAO POTS money part. That's where we're going to be earning bonding or staking. We're earning IBS every day passively, every day. And then on that side as well, the POTS money side, is what we use as an entry door for people who we know, love, or what have you, business partners. And we're building our teams. That's POTS money. On the other side, the engine number 2 is the prediction marketplace I talked about, where you can go over there and you can predict the World Cup winner and what's the price of Bitcoin going to be. In addition to that, all of our withdrawal fees that are coming from POTS money when we want to withdraw our network rewards or claim some of our yield. You do whatever you want to do. Every time we do that, what happens is 100% of the withdrawal fees on the POTS money side is going to go on the POTS market side. And what it's going to do is it's going to buy Bitcoin. And it's going to burn some IBS tokens, which is good too. So it's going to buy some Bitcoins. It's going to pair it with our second token called POTS. IBS is the token on the DeFi side. The POTS token is over here on that engine number 2, POTS market side, right? And every day, POTS, the system, is going to take a bag of POTS, right? And it's going to shake it up. Well, no, it's cold, so it's not shaking it up, but you get the gist. It's going to shake it up, and it's going to say, I'm going to divide these POTS tokens into 10 equal parts. And what I'm going to do is, the system says, for everyone that has $100 or more in IBS tokens, according to the current price of IBS token, we're going to distribute 10% of all of the pot tokens to them. That's everybody. That's all of us. Now we've got 106,000 people in, all of us sharing. Yeah, you're going to get a little something. Okay. But the purpose of this POTS consensus formation incentive mechanism, what does that mean? This is a reward for those of us. It's an incentive for those of us who choose to build a community. How do you determine who's building the community? By their ranks. So if you're a VIP 1, you get that second pool of 10% where all of the VIP 1s will share in. If you're a VIP 2, that's that third pool where all of the VIP 2s will share in. VIP 4, that's another pool for VIP 4s only, all the way down to VIP 9, which almost ain't nobody in VIP 9 right now. So the first person who gets there will get that whole pool by themselves. Right? The first person who get, I know we've got some 7s in the project. Yes, we do. I know a few of the 6s. We've got some 5s and we got 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. And so let's say, check this out. Let's say that you are a VIP 5. Guess what? You're going to share in this pool, and there's not a lot of VIP 5. So that means that you got a pool that's going to be distributed to only VIP 5. And it's definitely going to be larger than what's over here since everybody is in the VIP 0, right, pool. So you're going to also earn in the VIP 4 pool. You're going to earn in the VIP 3 pool. You're going to get shares in the VIP 2 pool. You're going to get shares in the VIP 1 pool. And you're going to get your teeny tiny share in the VIP 0 pool. See, so the more active you are, and the more you're interested in building, participating in forming a consensus, they're giving us incentives to do that. That's extra. Now, so what's so special about this token? Why do I care whether I'll get it? There are 21 million POTS tokens to start. 21 million. 1 million was taken out to give people incentives, contests we were doing early in the game, all of that. Okay, so that left us with 20 million. Every day, 0.5% of the tokens are distributed and burned, taking it off the market for 500 days. Okay, we've been here 66 days. So there's about less than 440 days left. Every day, 0.5%. 0.5% throwaway, 0.5% throwaway. So we started with 20 million. And guess what? By the time we reach that 500-day mark, the price of the POTS token, not the price, by the time we meet that 500-day mark, it was like a year and a half from when we started 2 months ago, right? The number of tokens that's going to be available will not be 20 million, will not be 15 million, will not be 10 million, will not even be 5 million. From my mathematics, I have calculated 1.8 million tokens will be available. Okay, right now, today, with your POTS token, you can indeed swap your POTS token for Bitcoin. But my question to people is, why would you do that with a deflationary token? It's gone up about, I can't remember, guys, what is 117% already in 66 days. Nobody's really selling it because that's cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Why? It was like 0.0001 or something. And then it went 0.002, 0.003. Now it's like, then it went to 1 cent and then 1 point blah, blah, blah. Now it's over 6 cents for that token in just 66 days. So as the deflationary pressure from eliminating the supply, as it comes more and more every day, burning it for 500 days, scarcity will be there. And when I talk about scarcity, it's like having a Lamborghini, a Bugatti is one of my favorite vehicles, a Bugatti versus Toyota. A Toyota, on average, costs $40,000. And there's loads of them in the supply. But Bugatti, the average is $1 million, over $1 million. And there's not many in supply. If you buy one today, you're going to be on the waiting list for a couple of years. You're not just going to walk in and get a Bugatti, right? And so that's what I'm talking about. So now we're talking about something that's now scarce. And so the price is going to increase. And so what they're going to do at the end of the 500 days is what? They're going to then open it up for trading on centralized exchanges. And I tell you, the smart people are going to see it and say, there's only 1.8 million tokens, and they're going to start eating it up. But by that time, we got it for, 0.001 cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5, 6 cents, and it's going to continue to go up because it's deflationary. That's mathematics, that's economics. Imagine when you get to $5, $10, and these are free, right? $20, $100, $500, or what have you. And let's say you've accumulated, 100 of them. So that at $10 each, that's $1,000 free money for you. Let's say you get to $50, right? And you've got 100 of those. Hello, $5,000, and it's all free. So everybody, if you take a look at the chart, let me stop my share. I'm going to show you the chart. I'm going to go live. Let me share. I'm going to share my. Looking for my browser. Here we go. Okay. Is that my browser? That notice Telegram. Hold tight. Stop that share. Let me go here. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is free, guys. This is free. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to say, we're going to go to Dex Screener. Yeah, let's go to Dex Screener. Let me share. Let's go to Dex Screener. It's one of my favorite tools. Share. Dex Screener. Okay. So what I'm going to do here with Dex Screener, I'm going to do a search. And one of the things when you're doing searches for tokens or anything, it's not like the stock exchange where APPL is Apple company. You know that ABC, I think it is, or GOOGL is Google or what have you. So sometimes if you put in IBS, for example, as a matter of fact, we're going to look at POTS. You see all these IBS? Some of them are scams. You got to be careful. We're going to put in POTS. And what I do when I'm looking for something, if I didn't know anything about the token, I get the token contract address, which is in all of our groups. I put that in there to make sure I get the right one and not a scammy one. But I know what our market cap is, and I know that this isn't it because we've got more than $15,000 liquidity. Pots Moon, Pots this. Here it is, Pots Money, 31,000, 25,000 liquidity. That's not it. So I'm going to go to Telegram. I'm going to go to Telegram because I know I've got my tokens there. It's under contracts and audits. I copy the token address, you see, the be sure, Control V. That's it. Okay, that is the token for POTS. Now, $1 million market cap, liquidity 1.7 million, 7.4K have been circulated in volume. It's been around 2 months and 10 days. Sound about right. So I'm going to click it. That's us. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is you look at this chart, okay, and you'll see from the day it started, which is like April 25th, it's just, and some people, cray or whatever, they decide to sell a little bit. They were probably testing. That's okay. It's just been going up. A couple of red bars here, a couple of sales. People are like, I'm not selling. This thing is just going up. So now we're at 6.224 cents. Okay. And you'll see this and people say, oh my God, it's a scam. This token has excessive taxes. You know why? Go to Pancake Swap. Try to buy this token. You're going to get 100% tax. So if you buy $1,000 worth of POTS token, you're going to get 0 tokens. And thank you guys for the $1,000 you put into the liquidity pool. Why did they do that? They don't want outsiders buying it. The only people who can get these tokens are people who are in POTS money, period. And when the 500 days are over, right, about a year and 4 months, when the 500 days are open, they're going to eliminate that 100% tax. So everybody and their mama could then buy. Okay? They can buy on Pancake Swap. They can be able to buy on the centralized exchanges that they're going to be listed on. But meanwhile, we've already got it. We've already got it. We're accumulating it, and we could sell it today if we want to. We could swap it. But anybody who swapped it at 6 cents, I ain't your financial advisor, but I'm accumulating. So that's that in a nutshell. Now let me go back here. I'm going to finish this presentation up. Go back here and share. So that is that extra sauce I was talking about we're getting. Okay. So which is amazing. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Yes. Now back to that. I believe that I am done actually. That's the parts. So we got an extra. And as a matter of fact, I talked about the prediction marketplace. The POTS system will get 1% in fees. They are actually utilizing the poly market engine. Why reinvent the wheel? And so they are one of the top 20. I think they were the top 6, but they're like the top 20 new builders. I think 20, could be 10, whatever. New builders on Poly Market. They utilize their technology. They customize it for us, for POTS. That's the POTS market. We're using the same engine that Poly Market is using. Poly Market, I believe, the number 1 or number 2 prediction marketplace on the planet. It is a $20 billion company. $20 billion valuation company. There's another one called Kalshi. It's in the process of getting a $40 billion fundraise. I'm like, boy, I tell you, prediction marketplace going cray cray. If you look at Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange, multi-billion dollar cryptocurrency exchange, you look at them, they revamped their wallet, their crypto wallet. They rolled that baby back out, right smack dab in your face. You see a prediction marketplace. So everyone now is talking about this trend, this prediction marketplace. And I tell you, people are making millions and billions of dollars. As a matter of fact, I believe Trump Jr. sits on the advisory board of Poly Market. So the big boys and girls are playing too. Okay, so that's that in the nutshell. So we're going to take a percentage of all of the revenue, that all of the volume that's been generated, and they're going to put 0.6% of that into the treasury on the pop money side. Who does that? What Olympus Dow Project does that. We've got that external source of income, right? So we're gonna go against all odds, and we're gonna change a lot of things in terms of better not only longevity, but a bit more market capitalization and price stabilization. So we'll see how that works out. But I'm very, very, very excited about that, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited. With that said, I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to open it up. Let me see what time it is, because I know I went over. Yep, I did. But it's an hour. And what I'll do, go on with the questions. I'll stop the recording because I got to put this up and I don't like them to be more than an hour.